Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Daniel. This is Jonathan. Today we are back with Death Note, episode 26. Was that really the end of Light? I don't know. I don't want it to be L. Sorry.
Yep.
They should have chosen another letter.
Light, low.
Golly, dude, that's kind of crazy if it is. I mean, Light's just
he's been such a character.
They're both really smart. If Light ended up winning this chess match, then truly what's to stop him?
True. Which, in theory, Light's plan for a better world is technically not like the worst thing. His method of doing it obviously is not practical and what I would call, moral. But
his approach has gotten a little bit like careless too. Like before he was very like methodical, the worst criminals, but now it's just like willy nilly. Like anybody who tries to stop me.
Yep.
So if anyone else in the future tries to look for him,
right?
Like it does another Light or another L character.
Yeah,
he'd be like, "Yep, you're out too."
And again, I mean, I'm a fan of L. I liked L. I still think I'm just Team Light.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, that's the one we started following from the beginning, and I love Light's genius too.
Right.
I don't know what it is. I love Light's genius. I love when his genius can be tested against someone else. Yeah, it's like having a Joker to a Batman. Yeah, or a Lex Luthor to Superman. Not having that, it's very one-sided. Imbalance. Yeah, an imbalance, and I think that's what I root for is that balance. So.
Right, I agree. I'm with you again. L was a phenomenal character. Is a phenomenal character. If what we theorized in our last episode's reaction, if what we theorized there is true, and that somehow he is still alive, could have been with Rim. Somehow something happened there. Nonetheless, he's been great. I've enjoyed his character.
As weird as he's been.
Right. I think
the sugar and the barefoot. And
I mean, I think everybody is a little weird, right?
Yeah, we all have a little bit of, we have all a little bit of L in us.
Yeah, that's true. 100%. And so I enjoyed that part too. That's like he's like this super detective, but he's still one of us kind of person.
Yeah. No? It's an interesting character.
Agree.
We're going to just hop right into this one. We're too curious. So before we do, guys, please consider subscribing to our channel, following through action over on our Patreon, as well as early access to future episodes. If you want to check those out, we're going to hop into episode 26. Here we go.
The way he caught him too was...
Dude, Light's like needs to be an actor after he's done being Kira.
Right.
Because
Renewal.
Your first victim was little more than an experiment, which means that you haven't been killing for very long.
Maybe he came...
We will find our suspect.
He figured it out at some point.
I suspect Kira had to be one of the people being investigated by the FBI between the 14th and the 19th of December.
See, he's tying everything together.
She was working under.
Was she ever found?
She must have come to Japan with her fiancé.
We're getting like a good recap.
I'd like to place wiretaps and surveillance cameras in both households.
That's my son you're talking about.
I want to tell you, I'm Hal.
I remember this.
Yeah.
Unless this is like an in memoriam type of episode.
Right.
He's going for them.
Getting closer.
Our audience rating should go up 60.
I'd like your permission to ask your son to cooperate with us on this investigation.
At the very least, I'd say this isn't the Kira we're familiar with.
It's only a slim chance, but if Light is Kira, then there's still a possibility that the second Kira may try to contact him somehow. I'm not exactly sure how you'll take this, but regarding Misa Amane, there's something you should know. We've taken her into custody under suspicion of being the second Kira.
She was tortured, or not tortured, but held in captivity.
Hurry up and kill me! If you wanted to, you could kill me right now, couldn't you?
Does this mean you admit to being the second Kira? Is this the reason you wish to die? Why come here to announce that you could be Kira? It's an act. There's no could be about it.
You have to get
everything
me out
changed.
of here. I just heard 2 weeks worth of criminals were just murdered all at once. It happened yesterday.
I wonder if this is also him recapping everything and...
Please stop, Dad! I'm not Kira!
Remember that?
That was wild.
You and I will be together 24/7. And that's how we will remain until we've brought Kira to justice. We will focus on Yotsuba.
Oh, yeah.
Please be sure not to act impulsively out of panic or haste. And don't take matters into your own hands.
I'm an agent with Yoshida Productions.
It's always been my dream to become Kira's wife.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
he'll leave me by his side. And you know why? Because I'm the second Kira.
So you're saying one of those people is Kira, right? Yes.
Bro, if you've never seen this show and you're seeing all these highlights,
right? You're like,
a lot's happened. Yeah.
Stay back! Stay back or I'll shoot, I swear!
Matari's a...
Higuchi. It's a monster!
That was a wild shot.
There have to be 2 notebooks, possibly more.
Now we're getting the somber music.
There's this last rule.
The following is the record which contains everything I have investigated on the Kira incident.
See? So he had something.
I hereby leave this record as my firm achievement. That is all.
There's more, right? There's more. Gotta be. But if he left it behind, would he leave it to light?
It's been 10 days since Ryozaki's funeral. It looks like we're not gonna die after all.
We know Watari's true identity now, but we never found out anything about who Ryozaki really was.
That's true. Who could have guessed that Watari was actually a famous inventor?
The paper says he founded orphanages around the world using the fortune he inherited from his patents.
He was a fine man.
Wow.
A hero.
We can't continue investigating using this place as our base with El and Watari gone.
I should be able to transfer the system and most of the information out of here by tonight. It's weird, though. I almost feel as if I'm stealing. Who is going to take the place of El?
They're going to say him.
Where will he work from? And what do we do with the notebook?
You're the only one who can take on the role of El.
I know he knows that.
Right.
Even Ryozaki said so himself.
Yeah.
You would be capable of succeeding El.
Just as I thought. It's too simple. It's no fun without Ryozaki.
Right, you mentioned that imbalance.
In that case, I'll be able to do the same sort of work using both this computer and my own. In fact, it'll be possible for me to act as El in the comfort of my own room.
El and Kira.
As well. Things would be easier if I could rent a 1-bedroom apartment.
It certainly wouldn't look odd to anyone if I let you move out on your own.
Hey, yeah!
All that's left to figure out now is what to do with a notebook.
We'll just have one of us take it and hide it somewhere where no one else can ever get to it.
Please, Chief. It's gotta be you.
Yeah, Chief, we can count on you.
Funny.
You're a pillar of justice after all.
He was like,
You want me to?
Well then, why don't we have a little party to celebrate Light becoming El number 2?
Quit fooling around. Now's not the time for
read the room.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Misa.
Well, she could probably afford it.
Now that El's dead, does that mean you finally settled the score with him?
No.
Yeah.
So in that case, I guess things are gonna get pretty boring from now on.
Does he try to kill Misa?
I'll show you the creation of the new world.
No, what's he have planned?
Is he gonna go to town, start writing names?
Is he be on the move just like...
Oh, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Bro.
Wow. I wonder what plan he has. Dang, and there's no one to
Blame
oppose him.
Kita is back. Oh, he looks like he's orchestrating a band.
He got her?
Oh, he's getting all of the people that were close to El that could help potentially continue investigating.
Yeah,
bro.
him too.
All in front of his kids. Sorry, bro.
That's messed up, dude.
That's not his MO. Oh, all the Yotsuba people.
That's what I'm saying. He's getting a little. He was getting a little crazy.
Light Yagami, age
23,
23, joined Japan's National Police Agency.
Oh, how much time has gone by?
The new world
was heading into a dark age in which Kira's will was the only law.
Whoa, dude.
Oh, that's nuts.
It's coming into fruition.
This is El's setup.
Oh yeah, where he used to be.
He had this set up to transmit a message.
Like years later? Oh, this must be one of the... Bro, what if he comes out and says, I believe Light.
And he provides all this proof.
All these...
What is it, Roger?
It's El. He's dead.
What?
Hold on.
That was way too quick. What was that? That's his like...
That was the orphanage that he was raised in.
Yeah.
And he's kind of in a... It's a lot of symbolism, I think, we've seen in this show.
Right.
So El had that computer, I guess, set up to, after a certain period of time, no response is given or no interaction. It pings him. There's a unfinished puzzle here.
Yeah, they're at the very end. He was holding the puzzle, last 3 pieces.
And so to some degree, it kind of, I think, I'm guessing here, is that another person is going to be raised out from this orphanage to kind of assume El's position. Like I don't want to say breed or raise, maybe raise is the right word. They kind of raise these genius investigators, and it might be somebody else's turn.
Maybe and I guess that might be a backup plan. It's like if no one knew about this computer, this place. So if like no one knows about it. Mm-hmm. There was a countdown, and it seemed like a lot of time has gone by. It said the year, but I don't. But in the summer of 2012 is whenever the whole thing with L was happening,
and then in 2013.
But what year are we in? Did it ever say?
I don't think it did. And then, do these three pieces look like?
No, but it said Light at the age of 23 joined the NPA.
Right.
The whole thing. He was like a freshman in college when all that was happening, because he had just graduated and was starting to go to school, right? So he was probably 18, 19, maybe.
Yeah.
So maybe like 5 years.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah. So what's that gonna transmit?
Well, I think that was just the computer, the timer, pinged the message to the phone to the orphanage where he was raised at.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's all it's doing. It's because they're trying to pretend he's still alive. That's right.
Yeah.
They're trying to pretend he's still alive. But now that he sent the message, like at a time, like in the event of my death, this will send a message out saying that I'm dead.
Right. Like if there's no interaction within a time frame, this computer will ping that, and
so they're probably the only ones that know who he really is.
And so there's a storyline here to follow, whether that's they're raising the next L kind of investigator, or they're just equally as genius to try to find out who is pretending to be L at this point.
Yeah. Or they know that he's not alive. Right. Yeah. Some other opposition is going to come.
Correct. And then do these three puzzle pieces look like they fit in there?
I don't know.
Here's the corner.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know where it goes from here. But the fact that and I had a feeling, because the thing we were talking about being Team Light, Team L, and at the beginning, a lot of Light's approaches were like smart, meticulous, but he started getting a little careless, a little power hungry.
Right.
Anybody who opposed him, and like this one really showed it.
Yes.
Like going after the people, like Wetty, I think was her name, and the con artist guy in front of his own kid.
Anybody who was involved at any point, the Yotsuba guys, the two con artists.
He seemed the only ones that are he's protecting so far is his dad and the other police force.
Correct.
But that would almost look suspicious. Like I get like the Yoshiba group, but then who knew about those two people?
Nobody.
Right.
Only the police task force
with L, people, right? So then who's smart enough to pick up on that?
I mean, I think he just did it. Anybody who had a connection with L outside of his, what I would say, maybe core police officer group, he kind of off just because, like I said, he's not expecting this text message to go out to the people at the orphanage. But anybody else who's a connection, L could have given them information or could have. He knows L is very methodical, very thorough. I mean, he set up a fund for them, right? To give them money if they decided to leave the police force and they'd be taken care of. So nobody knew about that. So he's done a few other things.
That's true.
And I think he tried to cover his bases unbeknownst to him.
He's smart enough, to have a plan of action. What do they call it? Post-mortem? Like after he dies?
Yeah. Yep.
Like he had all these things planned out.
Right.
Even without a Watari. Oh man, it feels like L's actually dead. I was hoping he would be alive somehow, but maybe we still get more of L in a different way.
Right. Well,
everything he had planned.
And then not to kind of bring in another show we're watching on the channel, but it's very reminiscent of the Aguni and Hatter there at the end where he killed his friend, and then he kind of sees L's figure, and he's like talking to
in
him
his head,
like turned over to look at him.
It's true.
So now he's gonna also have. I think we'll get L in that aspect of
like seeing him in his mind. Like he would almost like he's gonna get so bored that he's gonna want to create a challenge for himself, and maybe he'll be his own challenge, and he'll be L and Light at the same time somehow. Like he'll help the cops to get closer and closer, just close enough to make it like a game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. But I'm definitely interested to see kind of how the backstory of L and this orphanage that he's raised in and who he told that to. Because
it's a new twist.
Watari was his, guy, but
his Alfred.
But obviously he has others because now that text message goes out, and there's others that know about L, and now know that he's.
This will be like the backup plan. The one thing that Light doesn't know.
Yeah,
he doesn't know L's true identity.
Mm-hmm.
He never did.
Ace in the hole.
Yep. Dang. All right. Well, that was good. I'm looking forward to the next one. I have no idea where it's going to go from here.
Same.
Before we go, guys, please consider subscribing to our channel. Full length reactions are on our Patreon, as well as early access to future episodes. If you want to check those out. But we'll be back in a few days with episode 27. So until then, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.